nyama yakuchema baba kuti iri kuchema kutaura chokwadi. Inomangara yega ende unoisenza unoifila ichikuudza kuti hausi kuonawo here.
Is going to be signed by the Republic of Angola. Angola, please proceed. Follow Angola. Follow him. Follow him.
Closing ceremony iri kupiwa na
The next member state to sign is the Republic of Malawi. The Republic of Malawi will be followed by the Republic of Seychelles. The Republic of Malawi will be followed by the Republic of Seychelles. And finally will be the Republic of South Africa. On the Albineps. Oh, Your Majesty and Your Excellencies, I beg your indulgence. The United Republic of Tanzania is also signing this declaration. Tanzania.
His Majesty wants to know if we have signed the declaration on the protection of the weapons.
It's a new one that has
Okay,
just been
it's just come
adopted.
on.
Are you ready to sign?
Let me just check our one.
Please.
Declaration on HIV.
Thank you.
It's HIV.
Your Excellency and Your Majesty, the Republic of Mauritius is also going to sign the declaration. And Your Excellencies, the United Republic of Tanzania will be followed by the Kingdom of Eswatini. The United Republic of Tanzania will be followed by the Kingdom of Eswatini. Sylvie? The next legal instrument to be signed is the SADC Protocol on Employment and Labor. You would recall that this is a new protocol as SADC had to withdraw the first protocol on employment and labor as it was having some provisions that were imposing challenges to the member states. So there was a newly adopted protocol on labor, on employment and labor, which was adopted in Angola in August 2023. The protocol provides for the establishment of a strategic regional cooperation framework on employment and labor and related matters to facilitate the achievement of decent work for all. The protocol is going to be signed by the Republic of Botswana, the Republic of Mozambique, the Republic of Zimbabwe, and United Republic of Tanzania. The protocol has just been signed by the Republic of Botswana, and it will be now signed by the Republic of Mozambique, followed by the Republic of Zimbabwe, and the United Republic of Tanzania.
Thank you. Choir, could you just give us a bit of singing as they sign the protocol? We'll let you when to stop. Thank you. Of course, with low tone, low volume. Thank you. Soft and low. Thank you.
Mozambique, followed by Zimbabwe and the United Republic of Tanzania. Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and the United Republic of Tanzania. Your Majesty and Your Excellency, the third legal instrument that is going to be signed is the SADC Declaration on Accelerating Action to End AIDS as a Public Health Threat in the SADC region by 2030. This declaration was adopted in Angola in August 2023. The declaration reiterates the region's continuous commitment to addressing HIV and AIDS and relentlessly moving towards ending AIDS as a public threat, as a public health threat by the year 2030. The declaration is going to be signed by the Republic of South Africa and the United Republic of Tanzania. The declaration is going to be signed by the Republic of South Africa and the United Republic of Tanzania.
You had earlier on said South Africa was going to.
This one is saying the other one is not saying.
Next one is supposed to be interesting. That's it. Your Majesty and Your Excellencies, the next protocol to be signed is the Protocol on Interstate Transfer of Sentenced Offenders. This protocol was adopted in the United Republic of Tanzania in 2019. The main objective of the protocol is to allow for the transfer of sentenced offenders to serve their sentence in their home countries in order to contribute towards the social integration of citizens who are sentenced offenders as a result of criminal offenses they committed in foreign countries in the region. And it is going to be signed by the Republic of Zambia. Only Zambia. The protocol is going to be signed by the Republic of Zambia. Your Majesty and Your Excellency, the signing of the Protocol on Interstate Transfer of Sentenced Offenders lead us to the signing of the agreement amending SADC Protocol on Gender and Development, and this protocol is going to be signed by the Republic of South Africa as the last protocol to be signed today. Your Majesty and Your Excellencies, we are now signing the last protocol, which is an agreement amending SADC Protocol on Gender and Development, to be signed by the Republic of South Africa. Your Majesty and Your Excellencies, through you, Chairperson, Your Excellency, please allow me to tender my apology to President Cyril Ramaphosa for the mistake that I made earlier on, where I was indicating that the Republic of South Africa is going to sign the SADC Declaration on Protection of Persons with Albinism. My apologies. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Chairperson, now we have come to the end of the signing of the legal instruments which have been presented to your meeting today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. Now, we come to the end of today's proceedings. The First Lady, am I Dr. Mnangagwa? Your Majesty, King Mswati III of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Your Excellency João Lourenço, President of the Republic of Angola and outgoing Chairperson of SADC, Your Excellency Henry Rajoelina, President of the Republic of Madagascar and incoming SADC Chairperson, Your Excellency Samia Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania and the Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Your Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia and outgoing Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, Your Excellencies, distinguished colleagues, heads of state and government, and the heads of delegations, Your Excellency, Chairperson of the SADC Panel of Elders, former President Jakaya Kikwete, Your Excellencies, the First Ladies who are here, the Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, General Retired Dr. C.D.G.N. Chwenga, the Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Colonel Retired K.C.D. Moadi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Trade, and Chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, Ambassador Frederick Sharman, Your Excellency, the Executive Secretary of SADC, Mr. Elias Magosi, Your Excellency, Executive Secretary of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, Ambassador Clever Gatete, Your Excellencies, heads of regional economic communities, international organizations who are here, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, senior government officials, and members of the SADC delegations who are here, distinguished guests, members of the media, we have come to the end of our successful deliberations of the 44th Ordinary SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. May I take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude to you all, Your Excellencies, for your attendance and for the important insights, views, and thoughts delivered. Our robust deliberations and invaluable contributions on matters affecting the region have contributed to informed decisions which are key in advancing the collective interests of our respective peoples. Allow me to congratulate His Excellency, Mr. Andre Rajoelina, President of the Republic of Madagascar, on his election to the position of incoming chairperson of the SADC Summit. Congratulations. We look forward to your vital support in driving our regional agenda. As leaders, we took stock of the achievements registered by our organization over the past years. There is commendable progress in spite of the challenges which we should continue to collectively address. Let us scale up our engagements at various levels to achieve tangible and impactful results. Going forward, as member states, we should boldly implement strategies to enhance efficiencies that are necessary for the achievement of our common vision outlined in the Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan. The proposed remedies to the impediments and implementation of this plan should facilitate and enhance intra-SADC trade. We thus emerge from the meeting with renewed energy, zeal, and determination and commitment to progressively and positively transform the lives and livelihoods of our peoples. No challenges are insurmountable. Together in unity and peace, as citizens of SADC, we shall deliver and realize shared prosperity for all. Your Majesty, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the report of the outgoing chairperson of the organ on politics, defense, and security cooperation highlighted peace, security, and stability as critical pillars of our development agenda. The region is ready to harness the peace dividend as we innovate, modernize, and industrialize our economies. Meanwhile, we pay special tribute to the sacrifice and contribution of the SADC forces in the now closed SADC mission in Mozambique, Samim, and the ongoing SADC mission in DRC, some DRC, in our collective endeavor to have a stable and a peaceful region. It is our shared responsibility to capacitate these gallant and selfless forces. The Executive Secretary's report comprehensively detailed the status of regional integration, cooperation, and trade. It is commendable that despite our challenges, we have registered notable progress under the various pillars of the Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan. More attention, however, must continue to be accorded to matters relating to industrialization, health, and gender development. The continued effects of climate shocks, including the El Nino-induced drought, weighed down on our anticipated progress as a region. Our renewed resolve, unity of purpose, and enthusiasm should see us improve the space and scale of implementing our decisions towards the achievement of our shared aspirations. Your Excellencies and Your Majesty, undoubtedly, regional, continental, international legal instruments need to be constantly reviewed to best address present realities in our region. The necessary process to review relevant legal instruments should be speeded up to advance the interests of our region and our citizens. The free movement of peoples within our community and the need to increase trade, as well as accelerate the integration agenda under the important SADC trade and industry protocols, require that we expedite internal processes in our respective jurisdictions for ratification. Similarly, concrete steps should be urgently taken for the operationalization of the SADC Regional Development Fund. We eagerly await the recommendations from our technical experts on this particular matter. In concluding, may I take this opportunity to thank the Council of Ministers and our Standing Committee of Senior Officials who facilitated our deliberations through their comprehensive preparatory work. Congratulations. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to the SADC Secretariat team under the guidance of the Executive Secretary, His Excellency Magosi, for their support and assistance which contributed to the success of this summit. Again, congratulations. While our substantive deliberations have come to a close, I look forward to interacting with you, Your Excellencies, during the outstanding activities of our program, which include the tours of the Geopomona Waste Management Plant and the Museum of African Liberation, where I will be handing over the SADC Liberation Square tomorrow. Once again, I wish to express my sincere gratitude for your visit to our motherland, Zimbabwe. to be part of this historic and momentous event. Please continue to enjoy the warmth and hospitality of Zimbabwe. I don't know whether it's true. We say a world of wonders and opportunities. With these remarks, comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, and I have the honor and privilege to declare the 44th Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government officially closed. God bless you all. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of SADC. I'm going to read the communique of the SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government of the 17th August 2024. It reads as follows. The 44th Ordinary Summit of Heads of State and Government of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, hereinafter called Summit, was held on the 17th August 2024 in Harare, Republic of Zimbabwe. Summit was attended by the following heads of state and government or their representatives: Angola, His Excellency President João Manuel Gonçalves Lorenzo; Botswana, His Excellency President Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Yabetso Masisi; Democratic Republic of Congo, His Excellency President Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo; Eswatini, His Majesty Kim Swati III; Lesotho, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Ntsukwane Samuel Matekane; Madagascar, His Excellency President Andry Rajoelina; Malawi, His Excellency President Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera; Mozambique, His Excellency President Filipe Jacinto Nyusi; Namibia, His Excellency President Dr. Nangolo Mbumba; South Africa, His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa; United Republic of Tanzania, Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan; Zimbabwe, His Excellency President Dr. Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa; Mauritius, His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister Louis Stephen Obigadu, Minister of Housing and Land Use, Planning and Tourism; Zambia, Honorable Mr. Mulambo Haimbe, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Affairs; Seychelles, His Excellency Ambassador Claude Morel, Special Envoy of the President. Summit was also attended by ministers from the SADC member states and the Executive Secretary of SADC. Summit elected His Excellency Dr. Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, the Chairperson of SADC, and His Excellency Andry Rajoelina, President of the Republic of Madagascar, the incoming Chairperson. Summit also elected Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, and His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, the incoming Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation. Summit acknowledged the expression of commitment by His Excellency Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, President of the Republic of Namibia, in his maiden speech towards the promotion of regional cooperation, integration, and economic growth in the SADC region. Summit received a report of the Chairperson of the Organ on Politics, Defense and Security Cooperation, His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, the President of the Republic of Zambia, and commended him for his outstanding leadership and continued efforts in promoting peace and security in the region during his tenure. Summit commended the Republic of Zimbabwe for spearheading the construction of a pan-African multi-country facility in Harare, which will showcase and preserve the diverse African liberation history, and urged member states to provide material and artifacts for the Museum of the African Liberation. Summit noted the positive development made in relation to the national reforms and urged the government of the Kingdom of Lesotho and the political parties in Parliament to expedite the passage of the 10th, 11th, and 12th Amendment to the Constitution Bills 2024, the Omnibus Bill, and commended the SADC panel of elders led by His Excellency Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, former President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and the Mediation Reference Group for their ongoing support to the comprehensive reform process in the Kingdom of Lesotho. Summit further reiterated support towards the successful completion of the reform process in the Kingdom. Summit noted the official closure of the Summit mission in Mozambique and commended member states for contributing troops, personnel, equipment, and other resources towards the successful conclusion of SAMI. Summit further commended the SAMIM leadership and all personnel for their sacrifice, dedication, and commitment towards peace, stability, and security in the Cabo Delgado province and the region at large, and called for a dignified closure of the mission. Summit commended the government of the Republic of Mozambique for the support given to SAMIM operations and welcomed the assurances given by the government of Mozambique to safeguard the gains achieved by SAMIM in restoring security to all districts of the Cabo Delgado province. Summit reiterated its unwavering support to the Republic of Mozambique and the Democratic Republic of Congo in promoting and consolidating peace, security, and stability in the two countries. Summit commended the Republic of Angola for its role in supporting SAMI DRC and for ongoing facilitation of the Luanda process, which seeks to find a peaceful and lasting solution to the conflict in Eastern DRC, and welcomed efforts of both the African Union and African Union Peace and Security Council and the United Nations Secretary General to explore various options to support the SAMI DRC. Summit commended His Excellency João Manuel Gonçalves Lorenzo, the President of the Republic of Angola, for his efforts to bring lasting peace to the security challenges in Eastern DRC through the Luanda process and brokering a ceasefire agreement between the DRC and Rwanda, and called on the two countries to cease all hostilities. Summit endorsed the establishment of the office and the structure of the Special Representative of SADC and Head of Mission of DRC. Summit acknowledged the expressions of gratitude by the governments of the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Mozambique for SADC's continued support to address the security challenges facing the two member states and pave the way for lasting peace, security, and economic development. Summit commended the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Kingdom of Eswatini, the Republics of Madagascar, South Africa, and Zimbabwe for successfully holding peaceful elections. Summit noted the SADC electoral calendar for the remaining part of 2024, which includes elections in the Republics of Botswana and Mozambique in October, Republic of Namibia in November, and the Republic of Mauritius on a date to be determined, and wished the member states successful elections. Summit noted the positive progress regarding the political and security situation in the Kingdom of Eswatini, as presented by the government of the Kingdom, and endorsed the request for the Kingdom of Eswatini to be removed from the agenda of the Organ Troika, and applauded His Majesty Kim Mswati III, the government, and the people of Eswatini for this milestone. Summit commended all member states that participated in the unveiling ceremony of the statue in honor of His Excellency Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, a Pan-Africanist and one of the founders of the SADC, an organization of the African Unity, now the African Union, on the 18th February 2024, and the AU Commission for the support and collaboration towards the accomplishment of this project. Summit reiterated the call made at the 39th SADC Summit for the unconditional removal of sanctions imposed on the Republic of Zimbabwe and acknowledged that the sanctions continue to hinder the progress and prosperity of the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe and the SADC region. Summit noted progress in the implementation of the theme of the 43rd SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government titled Human and Financial Capital, the Key Drivers for Sustainable Industrialization in the SADC region, and commended the outgoing chairperson of SADC, His Excellency President João Manuel Gonçalves Lorenzo, for his exemplary leadership in delivering on the key areas of the theme during his tenure. Summit endorsed the theme of the 44th Summit, SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government, titled, and I quote, Promoting Innovation to Unlock Opportunities for Sustained Economic Growth and Development Towards an Industrialized SADC, and recognizing that innovation is a fundamental instrument with significant potential to drive priority sectors of manufacturing, mineral beneficiation, and agro-processing to enhance industrialization and economic growth of the SADC region. Summit commended the Republic of Zimbabwe for organizing and hosting the 7th annual SADC Industrialization Weekend exhibition that was held in Harare, Zimbabwe, from the 28th July to the 2nd of August, in collaboration with Secretariat, the SADC Business Council, and the Confederation of Zimbabwe Industries, under the theme, and I quote, Promoting Innovation to Unlock Opportunities for Sustainable Economic Growth and Development Towards an Industrialized SADC. Summit took note of the entering into force of the agreement establishing the tripartite free trade area among the common markets for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, the East African Community, EAC, and SADC on the 25th July 2024, providing opportunities for SADC member states to tap into an expanded market of 26 countries, a population of about 700 million, and a GDP of $1 trillion. Summit adopted and signed the Declaration on Protection of Persons with Albinism, signifying the collective resolve of SADC member states to take necessary measures at the regional and national levels to address the challenges faced by persons with albinism. Summit also noted the mpox situation on the continent and in the SADC region, the declaration by the World Health Organization of mpox as a public health emergency of international concern, the declaration of mpox as a public health emergency of continental security by Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, respectively, and urged member states to strengthen disease surveillance, diagnosis testing, and clinical care, infection prevention and control, as well as awareness raising of the disease at all levels of the community. Summit extended solidarity and support to member states affected by mpox and further requested the World Health Organization, Africa CDC, and partners to avail resources towards the mpox response in the region. Summit directed the Secretariat to convene an urgent meeting of ministers of health to assess the impact of mpox and facilitate coordinated regional response to control the spread of the disease. Summit urged member states to continue monitoring weather and climate risks, including the forecasted La Nina event, and develop contingency measures to mitigate the impact of disasters. Summit urged member states to implement the SADC regional humanitarian appeal to the El Nino-induced drought and floods, which the SADC chairperson launched at the extraordinary summit held on the 20th May 2024 in close collaboration with the partners and the Secretariat. Summit commended the Republic of Namibia for co-facilitating with the Federal Republic of Germany the Summit of the Future, which will be held on the 22nd, 23rd September 2024 at the United Nations headquarters in New York, under the theme, and I quote, Summit of the Future, Multilateral Solutions for a Better Tomorrow. Summit further noted that Namibia represents the Global South and undertakes to give support towards these efforts in order to amplify the collective voice and to inclusively determine the best direction for future generations. Summit noted with concern the relentless attack on civilians in Palestine, Gaza, which has resulted in the loss of lives, destruction of property, and deteriorating humanitarian conditions, and called for an immediate ceasefire, the release of all hostages, and the commencement of talks to bring a lasting solution to the conflict. Summit bade farewell to His Excellency Filipe Jacinto Nyusi, whose term of office as President of the Republic of Mozambique will come to an end after the election, the October 2024 general elections, and express gratitude and appreciation for his great contribution to the SADC integration and development agenda. Summit urged member states that are not parties to SADC legal instruments that have entered into force to accede to those legal instruments, and member states who have not yet signed or ratified the legal instruments to do so to accelerate regional integration. Summit extended its appreciation to the government and the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe for successfully hosting the 44th SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government. The chairperson of SADC, His Excellency Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, expressed gratitude to all heads of state and government for attending the 44th Summit of Heads of State and Government and electing him to lead the SADC region. Summit noted that the next SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government will be held in the Republic of Madagascar. This done on the 17th of August 2024, Harare, Republic of Zimbabwe. That ends the communique. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies.
Thank you. I think the mic is tired, just like all of us. We'll now have the vote of thanks from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Madagascar, the incoming chair, Mr. President Henry Rajoelina. Thank you. I was trying to make sure I don't mention the middle name.
Merci.
Your Excellency, you may speak from your chair. Thank you.
Sa Majesté, le roi Mswati III du royaume des Swatini, Excellence le docteur Emerson Mnangagwa, président de la République du Zimbabwe, président de la SADC et hôte du 44e sommet des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de la SADC, Excellence Monsieur João Lourenço, président de la République d'Angola, président sortant du sommet de la SADC, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs les présidents, membres de la Troïka, de l'organe de la SADC sur la coopération en matière politique, défense et sécurité, respectivement, Son Excellence, le Dr Samia Suluhu Hassan, présidente de la République unie de Tanzanie, Son Excellence, Monsieur Lazarus Chakwera, président de la République du Malawi, et Son Excellence, Monsieur Akwande Ishike Lema, président de la République de Zambie, Excellences, Messieurs les chefs d'État et de gouvernement et des États membres de la SADC, Excellences, Monsieur Elias Magossi, secrétaire exécutif de la SADC, Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs de mission et membres du corps diplomatique et consulaire, Mesdames et Messieurs les représentants des organisations régionales, continentales et internationales, Mesdames et Messieurs les partenaires techniques et financiers. Mesdames et Messieurs, tout d'abord, je tiens à exprimer mes chaleureuses félicitations À son Excellence, le docteur Emerson Mnangagwa, président de la République du Zimbabwe, pour la réussite de l'organisation du 44e sommet des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de la SADC. Monsieur le Président, en tant que membre de la Troïka de la SADC, Madagascar apportera tout son soutien aux travaux et aux défis que notre organisation devra relever tout au long de votre mandat. Majesté, chers leaders et chefs d'État, Madagascar est membre de la SADC depuis 2005 et a toujours marqué un attachement à notre organisation régionale, car durant les périodes difficiles, notamment la crise politique qu'a traversée mon pays, c'est elle qui nous a accompagnés dans le processus de résolution pacifique et démocratique. Nous sommes alors profondément reconnaissants envers tous les pays membres qui ont été à nos côtés durant ces épreuves. Depuis notre adhésion à notre organisation régionale de la SADC en 2005, 20 ans après, c'est-à-dire en 2025, l'année prochaine, pour la première fois, c'est avec reconnaissance et fierté que Madagascar assurera la présidence de la SADC. Je tiens à exprimer mes sincères remerciements aux chefs d'État et des gouvernements des États membres pour cette marque de confiance. En tant que président entrant du sommet de la SADC, je mettrai tout en œuvre pour que l'unité, la paix et la solidarité continuent de régner au sein de notre région et des États membres. Je compte sur votre soutien continu pour que nous puissions réaliser notre vision d'une région unie et prospère. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, au nom de l'ensemble des États membres et de leurs délégations, je voudrais exprimer mes remerciements à son Excellence le Président de la République de Zimbabwe et Président en exercice du sommet de la SADC pour l'accueil chaleureux et l'hospitalité qui nous ont été réservés depuis notre arrivée sur cette belle ville de Harare. Monsieur le Président, nous saluons le leadership efficace que vous avez su montrer tout au long de ce sommet et qui nous a permis d'échanger
which helped us to exchange on very important issues to meet our expectation for our respective nations. We wish you a successful tenure and we assure you our continual support during the year. I would like to also thank His Excellency Joao Lorenzo, the President of the Republic of Angola, the outgoing President of SADC, for the work he did during his tenure just to make peace in the peace and security in our region. Under your chairmanship, we have seen remarkable progress in everything. Your determination made sure that our union is reinforced. Thank you, Mr. President.
Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs,
Ladies and
je
gentlemen,
saisis cette
I take this opportunity to thank also His Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for her accession to the chairmanship of the organ. We wish you full success in your tenure. At the same vein, I would like to thank His Excellency Ashim Ichelima, the President of the Republic of Zambia and outgoing President of the organ, and thank also President Lazarus Chakwera, President of Malawi, the incoming President of SADC organ. Excellency Elias Magosi, ES of SADC, you are the link with all these SADC institutions. We thank you for the preparatory work as well as the recommendation that helped us to take informed decision. It is the same for the Council of Ministers, for the deliberation that led to the preparation of this summit. I would like to express our gratefulness to all partners who brought the technical and financial support to the regional support, namely the signature of the agreement with Badea in the implementation of strategic plan and the implementation of our SADC 2050 vision. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, this year our summit distinguished itself through the pertinent decision from which our decision depend. Our power is now to translate these recommendation in action. We have all it takes to make sure that our region can be transformed and improve the daily livelihood of our population. As an incoming president, I'm convinced that it is through a shared vision that we can transform these thought in vision, be it promoting peace and security, be it fostering economic growth, or to respond to climatic challenges. I commit myself to work with each and every one of you. Together, I'm sure that we will make of SADC a region much more integrated, much more resilient. Together, we will have a prosperous future for our region. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you in Madagascar for our next summit. Let's meet in Madagascar in 2025. Thank you for your attention. Let God bless our nations.
Thank you. Thank you very much to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Madagascar, His Excellency Andry Rajoelina, for the vote of thanks. At this juncture, Your Majesty, distinguished excellencies, distinguished delegates, may I ask all of you to rise for the anthems of the African Union, SADC, and the national anthem of Zimbabwe in that order.
Oh,
Thank you very much. We may be seated. Indeed, Your Excellencies, Your Majesty, at this point, let me kindly ask all of you to help me by putting our hands together to thank and acknowledge the beautiful singing of the Chitungwiza harmonic singers together with St. Mary's High School put together. For the benefit of our visitors, the choir and the high school come from one of our high-density areas here in the capital, Zimbabwe, just a dormitory city, town, just outside the city, Harare. At this point, Your Excellencies, let me advise that the departure from the new parliament building or our heads of state and government will follow the reverse order of how we came. From this moment, our distinguished heads of state and government will proceed to their holding rooms, from where they will be chaperoned to their motorcades to proceed to State House for the banquet tonight that the SADC chairman, His Excellency President Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, is hosting for us. So at this juncture, we will allow the chairman, the executive secretary, the chairman of the SADC Council of Ministers who are in front, to leave the room together with you, Your Excellencies, to the holding rooms, and then His Excellency, the SADC chairman, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, the executive secretary of SADC, and the chairman of the Council of Ministers will be back in this hall for a media briefing. I know that the media had been advised that the media briefing will take place in a different room. Please be advised that the media briefing will take place in this room as per request